All right. Welcome to Back to Basics Math. Okay, so we're going to be going over this worksheet, Combining Like Terms Practice Worksheet. If you would like a copy of this worksheet, there's a PDF of it available in the description. Feel free to download it, print it off, and give it a go. And then come on back and watch this video, and we'll check it out and see how you did. All right, let's go. Okay, so when I look at combining like terms, the first thing I need to do is I need to understand what is a term. So a term is a group of numbers and variables that are separated by addition, subtraction, and the equal symbol. All right, but we don't have any equal symbols in today's worksheet, so we're just going to focus on addition and subtraction. So let's talk about the number of terms we have. All right, there's a term, plus there's a term, plus third term, plus fourth term, plus fifth term, sixth term, seventh term. So there's a total of 7 terms. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and condense this, right? We're gonna combine our like terms. Like terms have the same category. So, for example, that category is x squared. This is also a category of x squared, and this is a category of x squared. I'm now going to look at my categories of x. So I have a category of x there, and I have a category of x there, and I have one more. So notice there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 so far, and then this would be the 7th term, and that would be my constant. It's called a constant because it's always 9. There's no variable with it. Notice when I highlight, I always highlight the operation in front because it travels with it. So when I combine my like terms, the operation in front of the terms is really important. Okay, so let's dig in with our x squareds. This means I have 20 of them. It's like having 20 M&Ms, right? The category is M&Ms. The number in front is how many you have. It's called the coefficient. So that is 20 x squareds. Now notice there's no number in front of this. When there's no number in front of it, that means it's a 1. So that means 1 x squared. And then we have plus 6. So I'm going to add up my numbers in front. I'm going to add up 20 plus 1 plus 6. What do you think that equals? 27. Okay, so that's the count, 27. What do I have 27 of? I have 27 x squareds. So the category doesn't change, only the number of them that you have. All right, now I'm just going to write this lone plus 9, and then I'm going to go ahead and combine my x terms. There's 4 plus 10. What's 4 plus 10? Good, and then plus 14. So 14 plus 14 is 28. And notice your category is x. Now in your final answer, order matters. We want everything in what we call standard form. Alphabetical takes precedence. So when you're talking about variables, it's alphabetical. And if you have terms that have the same letter or variable, then you want to put the exponents in descending order. That means from greatest to smallest. All right? So notice in this one, the alphabetical order would be x because it's the only letter. And now descending order would be x squared. X to the first, when they do not show an exponent, it's a 1. So plus 28x plus 9. Now you're gonna want to combine these. I know you are, but you can't do it because the category of x squared is not the same as the category of x. All right, so they're not the same because the exponents do not match. All right, let's do it again. Let's do it again. Okay, so again, I'm going to count my terms. 1, subtraction 2, addition 3, subtraction 4, subtraction 5, addition 6. So there's a total of 6 terms. All right, let's go ahead and categorize our terms. So I'm going to look for all my x squareds. There's that. There's that. Notice how I took those subtractions because that makes it a negative number, right? And then I'm going to go ahead and do my x's. There's that. There's that. and then boom. And then we have that lone constant term again. All right, this time when I do it, I'm going to go ahead and combine them and put it in standard form. So I'm going to do both. So that's negative 6 minus 24. So a negative 6 minus 24 is negative 30. Right? You got six negatives and 24 negatives. So you got a total of 30 negatives. And now my category is x squared. So my x squareds are done. Now I know that my next term is going to be my x's. So I have positive 7 minus 3. What's 7 minus 3? 4. Okay. Plus 12 is 16. So I have 16x. And then the last term is plus 4. And we're done. That's it. That is the final answer. We cannot simplify that anymore. Simplify means to perform as many operations as possible. All right, now we're going to change our variable from x to m, but it doesn't change what we do. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 big terms here. So we have 8. I'm going to go ahead and combine these like terms. And so I have that, woo, I'm going to go all the way down there to that. Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and find my m's. There's an m, there's an m, and there's an m. All right, and now look at, I got a couple of constant terms here. So that's a constant, and that's a constant. Notice how I highlight those. I suggest you highlight. Get some highlighters. Let's go. All right, so the operation always stays with the term. The minus goes with the 16. The plus goes with the 7m squared. So I always highlight that with it. Let's look at our m squares. I got 3 minus 1. What's 3 minus 1? That's 2 plus 9, or plus 7 is 9. Darn it, I gave it away. 9m squared. Now let's look at our m's. 7 plus 4, 11. Good job. Minus 6 is 5. All right, hopefully you're able to do that mentally. If not, you just need to practice and it'll get better. Now, this is negative 16 plus 14. Do you have more negatives or more positives? Because every negative cancels out with every positive. So if 14 of those positives cancel out with 14 of those negatives, notice there's 2 negatives left. And that is the final answer. 9m squared plus 5m minus 2. Very good, very good. Let's keep going. Okay, wow. There's a lot going on here. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 terms. This is cray-cray. 9 terms. All right, I'm going to go ahead and highlight those y cubed. That's a category. There's another y cubed term. And there's another one right there. Okay, so those are my y cubed. Now let's go to our y squared. Right there. Right there. Okay, that's all of those. Now we're going to go ahead and go to our y. Our y is 7y and 10y. And then we have the constants. And the constants are plus 13 minus 14. I like when they're right next to each other. Boom. Okay, now combine all the colors that are the same. And remember, when you combine like terms, you're just adding them up or subtracting them. So here's what that looks like. That looks like 17 minus 7 is 10. A positive 10 minus 12. A positive 10 minus 12 equals negative 2. So that is negative 2y cubed. Okay, now I'm going to go to my y squareds. I have negative 3 minus 5. So 3 negatives and 5 negatives is a total of 8 negatives. And now I'm going to look at my y's. 7 plus 10. I think you know what that is. Right? 17. Category is y. And then the last thing is the constants. A positive 13 minus 14. Notice I have one more negative than positive, so it's minus 1. Let's write our final answer in standard form. So the only variable is y, so we're going to put it in descending order. So negative 2 y cubed minus 8 y squared plus 17y minus 1. Good job, kiddos. Okay, 2 more to do. Go. You're doing great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Holy Toledo. 10 terms. Okay, here we go. Let's start with our n's cubed. There you go. There you go. There you go. And that's it. You know, sometimes it's nice just to stop the video, try the problem, and then come back and do it with me. That way you can kind of be learning and do it and thinking about it on your own, which is always a good thing to do. It's a great way to learn, is to make those mistakes and go through the process. It's really important. All right, so I have those like terms. Now I'm going to go ahead and get my n's. Wow, there's a lot of n terms. 1, 2, 3, 4 n terms. And then the last term is that lone constant. Write down. Okay, let's do it. Let's start with the n cubes, because that's going to be the first term in our final answer. So what I notice is that I have 4 of them, minus 2. So 4 minus 2 is 2 plus 5. 2 plus 5 is lucky number 7. That's right. Okay, now I'm going to do n squared minus 5 plus 6. Do I have more negatives or more positives? I have more positives. Correct. How many? I have one more positive. So that's plus 1 n squared. This is where you can do one of two things. You can do n squared, which automatically implies there's a 1 in front. But if you wanted to put that 1, you could. All right? But the 1 is unnecessary in this case. All right, now let's go ahead and do our n's. Minus 13 plus 10 is minus 3. And then minus 3 minus 9 is minus 12. Negative 12 plus 12 is 0. They cancel out. So there's 0 n terms. And then minus 5. What is 0 times n? 0 times n is 0. 0 times anything is 0. So that term goes away. Descending order. Okay, this is great. Write your own expression, right? Let's just write one. So I'm going to work with the letter A. I like the letter A. So I'm going to say 3a squared minus 4a plus 7a minus a squared plus 6 minus 9 plus there it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's 7. I got to get rid of a term. There it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, there's my 6-term expression. I'm going to go ahead and combine my like terms now. So there's 3a squared minus 1a squared. That's 2a squared. There's negative 4a and positive 7a. That's plus 3a. And then we have plus 6 minus 9. That's negative 3. Okay, that's it. Good job, everybody. Keep working hard. Do math every day, and I promise you, you will get good at it. Get back to basics, learn addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, and everything else will fall into place. Well done. I'm proud of you. Have a great day or great evening, depending on what it is. Come on back soon. All right, bye-bye.